The hook is size 10 grub hooks, and going to add some lead foil. This is a heavy pattern, so single turn of the lead foil, it should be more than enough. That's it. Now, as for the body, I'm using this yarn. As you can see, it's quite a lot multi-yarn. It's very thin. Each individual fiber is like a very thin monofilament. Just going to put some wax on it. I'm going to start just about here as I go along towards the bend. Keep the other end just on top of the hook. I'm just going to stop right there. Now when you just stop here, just hold it with your finger and spin the bobbin anti-clockwise. Once you spin it, you'll see it's setting very nicely, bringing out a nice segmented body. Now stop here and spin it a little bit more. As you can see, the thread goes really tight. So the more tighter it is, the better segment it becomes. It's a bit tricky here, so you have to be very careful. Now I'm going to just stop right there and put my bobbin just on this side. I'm just going to chop this off, it's a bit too long. Right, and the thread I'm using is, you can see, Uni 8O black. You can use 6O black. I prefer a little bit thin thread, so it just sits nicely. And just a few more turns, and then just get the waste piece off. Now I'm just going to catch this yarn, just spin it and just to clockwise to open up open this yarn, just to flatten a little bit so you can catch it nice and easy with the thread. And just take your time with this. It's just a tricky bit. Now it's just about caught. Now just to, when you're cutting this off, make sure you're using the sharp scissor. Now let's catch the excess bit here, build up a nice head. That's almost done. And some marks, and I'm just going to come along towards these couple of segments because I need to put some legs on it. So that's better. For the leg, I'm going to use pheasant tail fiber. See, it's just a light olive, so just get the two feathers off, keep them equal. Just going to take this fluffy bit off from the top. That's better. Let's put them together. That's better now. just take your time with this, because this is really tricky. So once you hold this, equally grab it with the thread and pull these further. Just shorten them a little bit, because according to the legs, size of the legs, you know, you need not too long, just a short legs, just to represent it's got some legs on it, you know. Don't have to be precise. I'm going to chop these fiber off just about here, and I'll catch this excess bit to make them a bit durable, strong. No, this is alright actually. Now same again, 2 more fiber, just pull them off nicely. You hold them like this, they hold their position. Let's see, let's just taking the bit off from the end, and exactly the same way, just put them a little bit further away from the back leg. Just nice. I have to go in between, behind the front two legs, so they can just stand up properly, and then same goes for the back legs. Now that's it. Now these two front two fiber, I'm going to use them like a front leg, so I have to be very careful with this. It's very fragile, so it could snap any time. Now once it's done, we finish, and I can alter these legs very easily, but at the moment there's just no alright. I'm going to spin this around, put this hook on the proper position, and just going to finish this. Now, like I said, you need to just and something there, just to show that there are some legs there, so look almost realistic, you know. If you take your time, if you want to make it perfect, you need a bit of time to make it. So like I said, it's just imitation, so you don't have to be 110% unless you're going for a fly competition or something. Now these are the front three legs done. You have to fiddle about for a while. So just when you're happy, you know, that looks good now. To me, it's okay. That's it. Now for the tail, I'm gonna cut this off just about here to represent a bit tail here. You can add some color according to the larvae. I just leave it plain. Now this is a main bit is done. Now I use olive color on the back, so make sure the bottom half stays white. You'll see in a bit. This is your coloring is done. Just a little bit orange, just a 1, 2, 3. Just looks really nice when you. This is your Rhyacophila larva, and I normally use kind of thick varnish on the bark, because as you can see, once I put the varnish on, thick varnish becomes a bit thready, so yes, take your time with this, because if you just made a mistake, then the varnish will go all over. Just on the top, just about 1 or 2 coat. Let it dry for about a couple of days, I would say, because thick varnish takes time to dry. Once it's dry, you'll see the proper segment body. Right, it's been varnished, and I left it to dry for about 12 hours. As you can see, it looks really nice. You can see each individual segment. Also, I have used a brown marker on the tail. So this is, the larvae is almost completed, ready to use. But if you want to make a little bit more realistic, so what you have to do is to cut this bottom end, the white bit, with the blade to get some breathe-in filament, make some breathe-in filament. You have to be very careful, no need to cut too deep. Sorry, right. If you cut this bottom, you'll see something, the filament, just as some of the yarn is sticking out. And make sure you do it after you varnish and dry the top end of the larvae. That's it. That's almost done. And this is your Rhyacophila larvae completed. Thank you very much for watching.